Hello, go-getters. Nan Ratna here with the Go Get It Real Estate team, coming live from my place right now. Beautiful Thursday afternoon. GGI Live episode number 35, where you know what it is, where dreams are big, but taking action is way bigger. Thank you everyone for joining in and continuing to follow us and check it out. We get some pretty good feedback saying there's good content, and what we want to do is just keep coming at you with this content and growing our following. And every year we just want to continue to get better, improve ourselves as people, as individuals and business operators, real estate investors, mentors, etc., so we can continue to help and spew out good content as well. But we always got to make sure that we're improving ourselves. So today, episode number 35, what are we here to talk about? What am I here to talk about? 3 mistakes that I don't want you to make in real estate. And some of them apply for life in general and any business or whatever the goals that you're going after, that you're trying to go get. I think it applies. But this is what I do. I do real estate investing, and now we're mentoring, so we're a little bit into coaching and all that kind of stuff. And there's a sales aspect to it as well. But you're always selling. But that's another story. So 3 mistakes I don't want you to make when you're starting real estate. The first one is a very practical one, and I hear so many horror stories when we first started, still hearing it when people first get started, is about contractors. Do not pay contractors, subcontractors, suppliers even. I've heard some crazy stories up front. Do not pay them full amount, 50% amount of whatever's the quote is or whatever it is up front. It is a very dangerous game to play, for you to do that. Depending on the contractor, some guys will up and run, whatever the situation is. But what we teach our students in our program, our video training programs as well, is how to hire the right type of contractor. Right? Myself and my company, we've never had an issue with contractors because we set expectations from the get-go. So one of the guys that I've been working with, Jared, for a very long time, from when we first started 5 years ago, the very first conversation, the very first words that I uttered when I first met at Starbucks, was kind of a mobile office for us, was, "Hey man, this is who I am. This is what my goals are. This is the type of the company that we're looking to run with these core values: honesty, integrity, transparency, passion, peak attitude, and integrity." Right? So I asked him, do those core values mean something to you? Does that resonate? And do you understand where I'm coming from? And immediately his response was, that's exactly how I want to be operating my business and my business relationships. And so I knew that relationship would be good, because I know I can give him the keys, walk away for like 4 weeks. I wouldn't be doing that. Then come back and know I can get the honest truth about what happened and all that kind of stuff. So you got to set those expectations up right, but you never know who you're dealing with even after you do that. So we have a system in how we pay our contractors. We pay a certain very small amount up front to get the materials started, get them started, and then we set milestones and very stringent timelines, milestones that they have to hit when work has to get done, and then another payment will come. More work has to get done, we'll do a walkthrough, another payment will come. More work has to get done, and then we pay. And we never ever pay the full amount until the final walkthroughs are done and all the final little touches are done, and we are completely satisfied with the final product. Then we give the final payment. If you give a final payment in the before you do a final walkthrough, then that all the mistakes or all the little issues in that final walkthrough, it's not going to get done in a timely manner, because they don't have any motivation, because they've already gotten the money, right? And they're going to move on to the next job. So do not pay contractors up front. I'm going to add to that, in that make sure your contractors are professional. Make sure they have liability insurance, right? Make sure that they are covered, and you're not just hiring some Bobs or whatever it is, Brian and Bob's or John's or whoever you're hiring, because you're gonna end up paying double the amount for the work, because you're gonna come back and get more guys. So that's mistake number 1. We hear it a lot. Do not make that mistake of paying contractors up front. If you want to learn more about how we set it up, we have our 2-day seminar coming up April 28th. We're doing a bunch here in Winnipeg, about 7 this year in Winnipeg every month. The first one, next one's coming up April 28th. 2-day seminar. You're going to hear more about it. We'll dive deep into that, into those things. So mistake number 2 that I don't want you to make when you start getting into real estate is not having focus, not having a business model within real estate and staying true and staying focused to that for the year or whatever you decided that your timeline is going to be. I see and I have seen many people follow the shiny object, because within real estate and in life in general, there's a lot of opportunities, but within real estate, there's a lot of different strategies that work. Rent to owns and buy, fix, and sell, which is fine, and buy and hold, and buy, fix, refinance, and rent, and wholesaling, and this and that. They all work, but it all has to mean something to you. It all has to be relevant to what your ultimate goal is. So you got to stay focused on what your goal is and what your business model is. So what is your why? What are you trying to ultimately get to, right? Is it you want tons of passive income, or a certain amount of passive income? You want $3,000-$4,000 passive income to start, so then you got to focus on what is my current situation and my tools, resources, what can I learn to generate that passive income? And it's most likely going to be, how do I raise capital and find solid buy and hold properties that are cash flowing really well that I can split with my joint venture partner? How do I put that all together, right? Or how do I do buy, fix, refinance, rent and still have enough cash flow coming in, especially with the new rules and stuff like that, right? So you need to figure out what it is. And then once you decide that's it, then you do it. Because if there's a flip that comes your way, right, or a new build that comes your way, or a rent to own, or whatever that comes your way, it may be a good deal, but it's not the deal or what's going to get to that's not going to help you get to where you want to get to, right? So you got to stay focused, stay laser focused. I've been in the business for 5 years now. We've done fairly well. We're just scratching the surface, and we're going to another level. But I've met guys who said they've been in real estate for 10 years. And they have 1 or 2 properties or something, you know what I mean? And they say that I've been in the game for 10 years, but in 10 years time, I want to be owning 2,000 units minimum, right? So that's apartments. So that's about staying focused year after year, accomplishing your goals, reanalyzing how they went, what your new set of goals are, and then going in and hitting it and going after it, and then refocusing and readjusting and keep laying 1 brick at a time year after year. So stay focused. As too many people do not stay focused on what their goals are, and they end up getting scattered, and they do a bunch of little things, and then nothing ends up getting done. Okay, so that's mistake number 2. Mistake number 3 is fear. Fear of many things. I'll touch on a few things, but fear is a big thing, and I call it a mistake. It's just a mistake, a thing that a lot of people hold themselves back. Fear of talking to other people is a big one. Fear of going and talking to strangers. Fear of going to networking events. Fear of going up to this complete stranger, introducing yourself, getting to know their story, letting them know what your story is. Fear of picking up the phone, calling realtors to let them know exactly what you're looking for. Fear of presenting to investors. Fear of connecting with potential investors. People are fearful of that, because what do we learn when we grew up? When we're growing up, you hear a lot of, "Hey, don't talk to strangers," which is good, in certain practical senses. But as you get older, what I realize, and as I dove into this business, is the ability to conversate and listen and articulate what you're looking to do and communicate with another human being is extremely, extremely, extremely vital, right? And it's not something that's really taught in schools, and there is a fear behind it. So don't be scared of going to these events and going to meeting new investors and potentially meeting in mentors and all the and going to these events, because those are the places and these people that you're meeting, the right, genuine, true people are the ones that are going to help you grow your business and help you continue to get to the other side. If you continue to just do what you're doing right now and continue to mingle with the network that you're doing right now, that if you're unhappy with and you don't see any growth with, then you're not going to be going anywhere, right? So that's what should scare you and what should be fearful to you, of you just staying there and staying complacent. You need to go out and continue to meet and grow your network and grow yourself. So don't be fearful of doing that. A lot of people are fearful of success, fearful of, can I even handle the success? Can I handle having 20 properties? Can I handle having that much money invested in my company? Can I even handle that? A lot of people are scared to deal with that. Which, for me is surprising, because I love it. I can't, I love that stuff. But for a lot of people, it is very scary to do that. So think about that. Think about subconsciously if you are fearful of having success, and that's going to be holding you back a little bit. So have that conversation with yourself. And then other people just fearful. The next thing is fearful of what others are going to say about what you're trying to do and what you're going after. Then what I got to say is, you only live life once, and that's what I believe. I mean, I'm grateful to be alive as a human being. So why waste it and why worry about what other people are going to say, right? You just got to go after what makes sense to you and just go get it. And the last thing is fearful of getting help. People are fearful of getting help, whether it be from a friend, or you need to talk to someone, or from a mentor, and going after and getting mentorship, or getting a program or training program, or whatever it is. I mean, I went to the 10X Growth Con, and we bought like 3 programs, all kind of helping us do certain things that we need to focus on. But that's the way we think about it, is investing in ourselves, right? We don't know everything, and we never will know everything. We'll continue to learn, and our skills will get better, but we're never fearful of learning more and learning more from other people and diving and investing in ourselves. Never fearful of investing in ourselves, because we have to go and invest in ourselves in order to grow ourselves as people and grow our companies, right? It's crazy when people are not, for example, not willing to pay $200 a month, or like $10,000 or $20,000. I mean, my first mentors were $35,000, and as you grow, like there's billionaires out there paying $1 million a year to Tony Robbins to get mentored. Michael Jordan was mentored. The best of the best continue to be mentored, but yet we're willing to drop $50,000 or $100,000 to go to university, and a lot of people don't even see that money back ever, and that debt just rides with them their whole time, because they never develop the skills that's needed in this world, in this type of game, to get them out of that debt, right? Versus dropping $30,000 for my real estate mentorship that I did, and I doubled that money in my first year, and the properties that I own now will make me millions in the future, and priceless compared to what I paid. I got a deal, right? So it all depends on how you're looking at things. So don't be fearful of getting help. You got to make sure it's the right person, right mentor, or right business partner, whatever it is that aligned with your core values and aligned with what you want. You got to make sure that's right there, because there's a lot of people that are just not doing a good job of mentoring and coaching, and a lot of not good business partners. You got to make sure those things are there, but you can't be fearful of going out and finding that. So those are the 3 mistakes that I think a lot of people make. And the third one is a big one. Don't be fearful of going out and getting help, and don't be fearful of going out and meeting people. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to go out and meet people today. So I have put a link on the bottom, gogetitrealestate.com/giveaways. Go Get It Real Estate Boys. We're the team. We're coming out with our monthly event. It's going to be in Winnipeg. We're going to be airing it live eventually everywhere and stuff like that. But it's going to be a monthly event. Second Wednesdays of every month starting in April. So our first one is April 11th, 2018. Location is going to be announced. Going to be at a nice little hotel, but more importantly, it's going to be the go get it flair. You know, we're going to come in, tons of passion, tons of love, coming at you with tons of content, true, real content, because we do this stuff every single day. And we just want to make an impact and teach people and grow our community and grow our tribe and grow this mindset and grow this passion, because we believe in this stuff, believe in real estate, believe in entrepreneurship, believe in passive income, believe in bettering ourselves and being the best versions of ourselves. We believe in that wholeheartedly. And that's why we are going to start our club. First one's April 11th. So those of you that are ready to go get it and want to come check us out, I highly recommend it. We're going to have a couple speakers there. We'll talk about the topics and stuff like that. It's going to be the first one. The first hour will be, everyone that comes will be it will be a free event. We're going to get to know everyone. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have a little launch. And then the second half, we're going to do some advanced training and talk about how to get into real estate, how to really get started without any capital. So how do you raise capital? How do you get these discounted properties? And how can you really get started in real estate? Because that's how what we were wondering, 5-6 years ago now. So it's going to be a great event. Look forward to seeing you all there. What I want you to do is click on the link. It's Go Get It Real Estate /giveaways. And download one of the giveaways that we have. We have our Go Get It Real Estate Seller Lead Sheet, Go Get It Real Estate Repair Sheet that we created on our own. It's our own numbers with our contractors. We teach our students how we come up with that stuff. And we also give away a phone strategy session. So if you want a 1-hour session with us to talk strategy and think about and figure out where you want to go, and real tools that we'll give you to use right away, depending on what your problems are, or obstacles are, download one of those gifts, and then you'll automatically get you registered for the April 11th event. Okay, so definitely click on that link. I'm going to share it on my own Facebook page and stuff like that. And that's it, guys. That's it. Episode number 35, GGI Live. 3 mistakes I don't want you to make when you start real estate. Okay, take another look at the video. I look forward to seeing everyone April 11th. At our Go Get It Real Estate Investment Club first event. It's going to be awesome, and we're really looking forward to having everyone there. Click on that link, and remember, guys, go get it. Dreams are big, but taking action is way bigger, right? Go get it, baby.